Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of June 27, 2021. I'm Caleb Black. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams, along with our in-studio producer, the Mighty Max Fury. And it is time for Bracket 7 in the Intercontinental Championship Tournament. Intercontinental Champion Tournament. Luke, you lost the coin toss, so I'm deferring. You start us off with your first pick.
All right, let's do it. What I got, Max?
It's going to be Shawn Michaels.
I really wish Caleb would have went first.
Oh.
Really do.
Oh.
Luke, you drew number 15. HBK Shawn Michaels.
Nice.
I'm good with that.
I'll go at 40.
Yep.
Shawn Michaels is probably known in professional wrestling as being the greatest in-ring performer of all time, arguably. Has more notoriety for being part of the biggest faction in professional wrestling at the time, D-Generation X. Was also a member of the NWO, so you can't kind of counteract that. It was the first ever WWF Grand Slam champion. He's held every championship that could possibly have been held at that time. He Royal Rumble winner back-to-back. Heavyweight champion, main event, WrestleMania. He is Mr. WrestleMania. He is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. That's all I need.
I'd like the record to show that he didn't say a fucking word about his reign as Intercontinental Champion in that argument. That needs to be noted.
I would like the record to show that you can go set your
I could, but
we all know what the
you would
Intercontinental
be
is.
wrong.
Well,
I can't waste all of it out front.
You didn't say anything about it at all.
Well, why don't
I
you
said he was a
Anyway,
Grand Slam
go ahead.
champion.
Go ahead.
win
Give
it by
me-
telling
give
us
me-
about
give me my
number
guy.
86, Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
Fuck yes, I've been waiting on this one.
Okay.
55.
Uh-huh.
Jeff Jarrett is a 5-time Intercontinental Champion, having defended the championship successfully over 35 times in all of his collective reigns. His last title defense he didn't walk out when he had the opportunity to, instead chose to defend the Intercontinental Championship and pass the torch to a woman, I might add, to uphold the integrity of the belt. Also used his position as an Intercontinental Champion to elevate the superstars we know now collectively as some of the top stars in the industry. Edge, by handpicking him as the opponent who he would lose the Intercontinental Championship to and regain it from later. Jeff Jarrett was Intercontinental Champion at the time when being the Intercontinental Champion meant you were in line to be the World Heavyweight Champion, and Jeff Jarrett did that shit 5 motherfucking times. That's all I got to say about that, and I am so glad that worked out the way it did.
Okay. I mean, he held the company up for money, but
Doesn't matter. Did the job 5 times. Go fuck yourself.
anyone who knows this tournament, who knows Shawn Michaels, knows what kind of Intercontinental champion he was.
Doesn't matter.
I don't have to say that.
Doesn't matter. You didn't say anything about it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I do have to say that I was kind of in my head to begin with, and this tournament
Oh, no, it's
is
fine.
about being the
Totally fine.
champion, and your argument, Luke, had
No.
absolutely
That was
nothing
my
to do
argument. You're correct.
with the Intercontinental Championship or his.
Of course, you know y'all are unleashing the dragon
Yes.
here, right?
Yes, I know
Going to
that-
eviscerate everyone in this
that
tournament.
there's a lot that doesn't need to be said,
Should've done it
but the
first.
point of this tournament is for you to say it.
No, I get it. I understand completely.
So I have to put Double J.
Put him in. Put him over. For sure. Who I got next?
I would also like the record to show that I only know so much about his Intercontinental title reign because I've been listening to his podcast. No, that was predicated information until I learned it recently.
I'm so
But I'll
glad.
take it.
I'm so glad you blew your load early.
I didn't. I still get to talk about each individual defense.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
You won.
I'll defer.
Who I got?
Number 57, Rikishi.
Of course. Why wouldn't I get Rikishi?
That's a good pick, though.
Not really. I'm going 430. Rikishi, while being one of the a member of the greatest dynasty in professional wrestling, in the Samoan dynasty, only held the Intercontinental Championship twice for a grand total of about a month and a half. That I can recollect right now, anyway. It was not a long reign. I know he was Intercontinental Champion around the time he wrestled Kurt Angle. in the King of the Ring tournament. But other than that, I think he only held the title twice, and I think it was a very short amount of time either
I
way.
think he had one defense against
Tag team championships, that's another thing. But as far as the Intercontinental title, I mean, it's really all I can say. There's nothing to build on.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So this might be an easy one for you, depending on who the fuck you get.
Hey,
how about...
I can't ask it, but...
You can now. Go ahead.
Have we covered Umaga yet in this tournament?
No.
Okay, I didn't know if we had or not.
No.
Okay.
Are you ready, Caleb?
Yeah.
Number 85, Ken Shamrock.
First of all, wasn't cocaine. It was ecstasy.
I mean, I don't know. It's Ken Shamrock. He probably snorted it.
Shamrock, I'll be honest, he was only Intercontinental Champion like 2 or 3 times. And nothing sparks to mind anything.
I'm going to jump in here.
Yeah.
Ken Shamrock, yes, only was Intercontinental Champion twice, but he had a high-level feud with The Rock.
Yeah.
That went into WrestleMania.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Nothing comes to mind except for The Rock, and I think he had a couple of title defenses against Owen.
When he defended the title, he was part of the
he wasn't part
Lumberjacks
of the
or whatever they were. The Union.
Yeah.
He was part of the Union. But yeah, other than that, he really wasn't Intercontinental Champion long either.
Yeah.
It's kind of a gimme right here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could pontificate on the fact that he had a feud with The Rock, but I don't remember it all that well, and I'm pretty sure it was just transitional to put the belt back on The Rock. So
yeah, this is a gimme. This is gonna put Jarrett in the finals.
Yeah.
Given that.
Yeah, you can go with either one of these teams. Yeah. Frankly, neither one of them had a stellar title.
I don't really remember Rikishi with the title.
Right, I remember Shamrock.
He was Intercontinental Champion. No, I just don't remember a lot of it.
We're going to go with Shamrock on that.
Yeah, that's a gimme either way.
It will be Jarrett and Shamrock.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a gimme either way.
Yeah, we'll take that.
All right. Luke, you won that one?
I won that one.
He won that one. I had Rikishi.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You're right.
Yeah.
I'll defer again. Damn, what a shame, because I'm... that round.
Luke, you have number 48, Curtis Axel.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm going to do my best. Curtis Axel, a third-generation superstar, held the Intercontinental title again for a very short amount of time, but the lineage of his name and the Intercontinental Championship stand the test of time. We've went through this with his father in a previous tournament. While he was Intercontinental Champion and he defended it several times, it was more or less on main event, or what did they call it, Superstars at that time.
Yeah.
Did not hold the Intercontinental title long because it was a push for Ryback in the Intercontinental Championship that never ended up taking place, and he ended up passing the title off. I'm really not even honestly sure who he lost it to. I do know that he was an Intercontinental Champion for long. When they dropped the Paul Heyman gimmick, they dropped him as Intercontinental Champion. So, I mean, that's really all I can say. He was Intercontinental Champion, and he did defend.
Yeah.
But he only held it once. But the lineage of the family name and the championship is pretty much all I can go with it, honestly. But we've ran through so many top names in this tournament that we're scraping right now.
Yeah.
Honestly. That's all I got. That's my time.
Okay, Luke.
Yo.
You got number 82, CM Punk.
Just pass it along.
Yeah.
Don't use it for this round.
CM Punk was a multiple-time Intercontinental Champion.
Enough said.
Yeah.
I mean, more than Curtis Axel.
No need to extrapolate.
There's no need to break down it.
He held the belt more times than Curtis Axel did.
Also, higher profile feuds.
Yeah.
So. I mean, that's a gimme too, dude.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
I don't want you to blow all that in the first round.
Because we might as well use it later.
Yeah. It's starting to look like CM Punk versus Jeff Jarrett.
That's what I was just thinking. Unless this next round is...
Which I would really enjoy seeing.
I still don't believe we've mentioned Jericho yet, so... Hang on to that.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So we're putting Punk through, correct?
Oh, sorry. We put CM Punk through.
That's what you...
All right. That means Caleb won that one again.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. It's Caleb's day. It's Caleb's round, anyway. Round 8, I'm going to get my ass kicked, probably. What do we got? I'll defer. I'll let Luke start it up again.
All right.
Give us somebody good. Yeah, give us something.
This one should be interesting.
2-1 here.
36, Shelton Benjamin.
Oh, okay.
I wish I got that one.
No, just hold on.
let's see, I'll go with 10.
Yeah.
Shelton Benjamin as Intercontinental Champion held the Intercontinental title for 3 or 4 different occasions.
Mhm.
Lengthy runs each time against some of the best up-and-coming professional wrestlers in the WWFE at the time. His match when he first won the Intercontinental title against Chris Jericho will go down as one of my favorite Intercontinental title matches of all time. Taboo Tuesday, not knowing who was going to get the draw, the story of Jericho telling him, "You're getting the win, kid, quit smiling." Fantastic. His leaps and bounds better than half the people on the roster today. Could be Intercontinental Champion today. Shelton Benjamin's feud while as Intercontinental Champion against Triple H.
Yes.
In the early...
Yep.
Pound for pound, one of his best feuds in professional wrestling.
No, that was before.
Was it before the Intercontinental title?
But he did.
Still.
Yeah.
Workhorse. You could put the belt on him, and he made the Intercontinental title something special to watch every week on Monday Night Raw.
Completely agreed.
Well said.
Fair enough.
Good argument.
Yeah, I like Sheldon.
Love Sheldon. He's exactly what you want in an Intercontinental
Like I said, this is going to be interesting. Caleb, you 81. Woo! Ric Flair.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. I don't know if it's going to be interesting in a good way.
Yeah, because he held the Intercontinental. Well, Ric Flair didn't hold the Intercontinental title until he was in his 50s.
Yeah.
His first reign, he held it, I think, only...
About 5 months?
Yeah, 5 months for the one collective run, which led into his retirement. However, that being said, he did defend the Intercontinental Championship against, at the time, a lot of WWE's younger roster members. Carlito, MVP, both of whom are former Intercontinental Champions at the time. Edge. I believe, as well, Chris Masters was involved at some point. So what you can say about Ric Flair is that you absolutely can teach an old dog new tricks, and that his Intercontinental title reign was successful until it ended.
If this would have been a World Heavyweight Championship thing...
Yeah, this would be a completely different discussion. But the fact of the matter is, again, the impressive part is he was able to compete with some of the youngest athletes as Intercontinental Champion at the twilight of his career, whereas most guys he was wrestling were less than half his age.
Truth.
So that's my argument for Ric Flair, the Nick Jimboa.
Put up against Shelton Benjamin, that's hard.
The oldest
Intercontinental Champion on record. Yeah,
on record. You're right. And how do you put that up? That's a hard one to. Shelton Benjamin, someone that had several great runs.
Yeah, I think in this particular context, just the fact. I mean, Shelton held the belt more than Flair did.
Longer,
and absolutely had more defenses successfully.
Right, and a lot of the same people that Ric Flair defeated himself.
That is also a good point. In his prime as their prime, rather than Flair against.
Right. Yeah, that
makes sense.
I think I gotta go with Benjamin on this one.
I'm not going to disagree.
Me either.
I love me some Ric Flair, but I don't think that round really led to.
Well, like I said, there's going to be a lot of empty space in these last 2 tournaments.
Yeah. So who we got now? Jarrett, Punk, Flair, and Jarrett,
Shamrock, Punk, and Benjamin.
Punk, well, I'll take Jarrett in this particular round.
I kind of figured.
Okay.
And you started, so you get to decide whether or not. Or you won, so you can decide to start.
Go ahead and go first.
Okay.
I mean, not that it fucking matters, but go ahead and go first.
Well, I'll go for a minute and talk about one of his feuds. Jeff Jarrett had an extenuous feud with his second Intercontinental title reign against Owen Hart, in which they battled from state to state over the course of 3 separate months, and the championship changed hands and changed back during the course of that feud. It also integrated Jarrett into a smaller feud with what was planned to be the British Bulldog, but that ended up getting scrapped. It would also lead into the future plans that would put the belt back on X-Pac. Jeff Jarrett was integral at that period of time. At the end of his tenure in the WWF, at utilizing the Intercontinental Championship as a bargaining chip that would go on later when he would become a multiple-time World Heavyweight Champion, which is exactly what you want in an Intercontinental Champion. That belt is meant to transition them. He used that belt to transition to become World Champion for another company, which in and of itself, fairly impressive. Had defended the belts against other stars like D'Lo Brown. Actually, I believe he had one championship. Oh, sorry.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Save it. Ken Shamrock for me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I defer.
Okay.
Turn my chess piece over.
Okay.
There's nothing I can say about him. He hasn't been
Double
champion.
J goes first.
Tapping out to the stroke.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give him through because that only makes sense.
Woo!
Although the last round of whoever he wins out of this is going to be tough for him.
This is Punk and Benjamin.
Caleb, you have CM Punk. Luke, you have Shelton Benjamin.
Okay. I'll take Shelton. Oh, wait, yeah. Benjamin was your guy.
I just told you.
Yeah.
You don't get to do that.
Oh, no. You get to choose.
No.
I get to choose who goes
He gets to choose
I get to choose who goes first.
Yeah.
Shut up and listen to what we're saying. Jesus. We find it simple.
Exactly what I said.
All right. I'll defer.
So you're going to let me go
Yeah,
first?
you
All
go
right.
Benjamin.
All right. I'll go at the 45.
Yeah.
Ish mark. Shelton Benjamin, we talked about earlier the feuds that he had as Intercontinental Champion in the numerous times. Also, you also got to add in the fact that while he was Intercontinental Champion, he did the gimmick change. He went from the All-American collegiate athlete gimmick to the needing his mama's help, which was entertaining. Whether people liked it or not, it was entertaining. It also got the belt over. From there, he also did yet another gimmick change towards his last Intercontinental title run when he went to become the gold standard and started actually being pushed towards a main event championship before being sent to ECW. As Intercontinental Champion, like we said earlier, he's defended against several of the talent of the time. Matches against Carlito were fantastic. Matches against... drawing a blank. God, I hate that. Regardless, his matches were always fun to watch. They were always innovative. His offense was always innovative. You never knew what Shelton was going to do.
True.
Which was fantastic. Ladder matches, it didn't matter what they was. When Shelton Benjamin was on the card, he skyrocketed to the top, and while he was Intercontinental Champion, he took that belt with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely.
Fair enough.
CM Punk.
Yes.
Okay.
This is I fucking love CM Punk, so not going to get an argument either way out of me here.
Punk won the Intercontinental Championship despite the fact that the office absolutely wasn't interested in him doing anything. And he did that multiple times, including a transition in between having been world champion. CM Punk took chicken shit and turned it into chicken salad. Defended the Intercontinental Championship against guys like John Morrison, against guys like Jeff Hardy, against guys like Christian. Briefly, also took the Intercontinental Championship to both Raw and SmackDown, which at the time was still a brand. The original brand extension was still in play, which wasn't always done. But CM Punk, being CM Punk, was allowed to have that creative freedom. Using the Intercontinental Championship, he got guys like the current star Kofi Kingston over, also translating into their tag team title run. CM Punk was not only a blue chipper, he was a blue chipper who defied the odds on the back of the Intercontinental title and gave the Intercontinental title legitimacy in an era in which the Intercontinental title was mostly forgotten about. But again, having title defenses against guys like Jeff Hardy legitimized him as a champion because Hardy himself was a former multiple-time Intercontinental champion.
Let's call it.
Yeah.
That's kind of a hard one there.
Yeah.
It really is.
It is.
Very equal. I'm going to go off the basis that Shelton Benjamin is still going and could potentially do more.
You can be Intercontinental champion tomorrow.
He could. He very well could be Intercontinental Champion.
We're going to put
No
Benjamin
arguments
through
from me.
all that.
No arguments from me at all.
Yeah, being the fact that CM Punk is retired, it does make a little bit more sense. But
Yeah.
That's a hard argument either way.
Yeah.
Honestly.
All right. So
I would have been happy either way. That's what I'm saying.
Final will be Double J Jeff Jarrett versus Shelton Benjamin.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you won that one, so you can start it first.
Yeah, I'm thinking whether I want to go first or second. I'll defer.
Okay. This is my argument for Jeff Jarrett as Intercontinental Champion. On his fifth and final Intercontinental Championship reign, when Jeff Jarrett could have just walked out of the WWF, handed Vince the belt, and said, you know what? I'm not dropping this to China. I'm not losing to a woman. I'm going to WCW anyway. I'm fucking splitting. So fuck this belt. He went in. He gave Vince McMahon a number to uphold the integrity of the belt and to ensure that the next Intercontinental Champion, Chyna, who, by the way, was the first female Intercontinental Champion, was allowed to cement that legacy the proper way by beating the current Intercontinental Champion, despite The fact that Jarrett came from a storied Southern wrestling family that at this period of time still could have damaged his name to lose to a woman, regardless of whether or not it was a gimmick match, decided that for the Intercontinental Championship and for the next Intercontinental Champion, it was important for him to do the job the right way. If that doesn't tell you that he is the model Intercontinental Champion to lose it, despite being in every single losing situation, you don't get a better opportunity to prove that you're a real champion.
That's a good
And
point.
he did so.
Okay. That's a good point. That's a good argument.
China the only female?
She was. And she never would have been if Jarrett didn't do the job and respect the belt.
She's actually a former 2-time.
That's correct.
Let's see.
I still say they should have put it on Beth Phoenix at least once.
Yes, I do. I really agree with that.
Yep.
That'd be a whole different conversation on who's doing that, that's for sure. I'll go with 50 mark. For you nerds at home. All right. My argument for Shelton Benjamin in this tournament is basically he come from being basically nobody, being an enhancement talent. In the beginning of his career, being Kurt Angle's lackey to proving that he can hold a championship belt by winning the Intercontinental title. It was his first championship reign. It's the one that I remember for Shelton Benjamin more than anything else, honestly, and that's saying a lot, being the fact that he's one of the greatest tag team wrestlers of all time, in my opinion. As far as the work rate goes, I mean, he left. He's come back 10 times as jacked as he was when he left as Intercontinental Champion, which means in the happen chance that he was to win the Intercontinental title, I think we could see a lot more out of Shelton Benjamin championship-wise. What he's done in the past with the Intercontinental title still holds up today. His matches are still seen today. His match with Shawn Michaels while he was Intercontinental Champion.
Infamous.
And the super kick from the top rope, still on the highlight reel of anyone who has been a professional wrestler or even stepped foot in a rope. Bar none, he's my pick, although being put up against Jeff Jarrett is a very, very, very tall mountain to climb.
Yeah.
Because of the stretch of work between the two and the times of work between the two. But in closing, Shelton Benjamin, pound for pound in that era, one of the best.
I don't really have a rebuttal.
I don't either.
Shelton Benjamin's a viable candidate. I remember Shelton Benjamin successfully defending the Intercontinental Champion twice in the same night against the same person. Giving him a rematch after he beat him 35 seconds. I'll give you an extra point or not an extra point, but I'll give you bonus points if you tell me who that was.
One more time.
He defended the Intercontinental Championship twice in the same night against the same person. And defended it successfully both times. After having won the first match in like 15 seconds.
Santino Morel.
Nope.
No.
Close.
No.
Ish.
Is it Carlito?
Nope.
I don't know.
Maven.
I should know.
Maven.
It was Maven's heel turn, wasn't it?
My one rebuttal is that not only did Jeff Jarrett do the job on the way out, again, he was Intercontinental Champion 4 times, wrestled Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, Scott Hall, the laundry list of guys who were holding up the Intercontinental title division at the height of the Attitude Era. Jeff Jarrett was in that mix.
Of course, my only rebuttal to that would be the exact same thing with his era.
And Randy Orton.
So, I mean, honestly, they're very clear-cut from the same cloth.
I won't be angry with which
Me either. Me either.
In there, I think I got to use just that. Shelton's got that.
Yeah, again, he could be Intercontinental Champion tomorrow.
Keep going.
So I wish they would.
We're going to give that.
Me too.
Wish they'd give him a fucking singles
Shelton
title.
Benjamin takes bracket number 7.
Okay, who do we got in the final tournament so far? Before our final tournament.
Yeah.
We have Shelton Benjamin.
Yo.
Angle.
Yep.
Ooh.
Kurt Angle.
Yep.
That's dirty.
Shinsuke.
Yep.
That's dirty.
Nakamura. Owen Hart.
Oh, yeah.
Stone Cold.
Yep. I believe The Rock's
One more.
on too, isn't it?
And I don't have the other one.
Should be The Rock.
Yeah, I think The
I
Rock.
think it was.
Yeah, that's 7. That's all the ones we have so far.
All right, guys. Well, that's the end of
Tournament
Bracket 7. Stay tuned for Bracket 8. Make sure to find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Stay tuned.